Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to day 2 of the DEKA 2025 World Championships. I am Kayla.
I am Kara.
And we are back for the Fast and the Furious Elite Mile female teams, guys.
Whether you like it or not.
Whether you like it or not, these ladies, this lineup, this is where it starts to get spicy. I think out of all 3 days, I think most people would agree that the DEKA Mile is the most intense race from a team's perspective.
That is what I keep hearing. I mean, there's, like we were talking about earlier, there's still a little bit of strategy, but with less distance between each stage, they're going to be able to put more energy in, which means faster reps, maybe more mistakes. We'll see. The men did pretty well. But we'll see. Yeah. It all comes into the preparation. Let's see how those transitions are, especially in something this short, because we're looking at, 10 minutes under the times we were seeing yesterday, roughly?
Well, the time range for today is anywhere between 15:42 and 20:38. So it's about a 3 to 4 minute gap between your top seeds and your bottom seeds that you'll see. And I think this actually might be the first race where we see the multiple heats. So it's going to be a lot of commentating on our end. Yeah, let's go ahead and bring up the qualifying times. Oh, that's the wrong one. We'll bring up the right ones. We're all waiting.
We're looking at the screen, guys. We're trying to make sure we read the right numbers.
Yes. I can share, though, off the very top, we've got Nadia and Zoe starting us off 15:42. That is technically a world record both for Australia and for the U.S. So that would be the fastest time in the world at this point.
The official right now record for American is 16:01.
Yes.
So if we see anything under that, we're going to have a world record here.
We would have a world record here today for at least, the American soils. But we saw Nadia and Zoe take off in the DEKA Fit female teams. They didn't put together the race time. I think they wanted to, being the seed that they were in. But I think hopefully now, both of them have raced both individually and on teams. Hopefully they have a good feeling of the course and what they need to do against some of these fierce competitors. Okay. You have Elizabeth Hinkle and Ali Zartman. I know that Ali Zartman was just in the elite race a couple hours ago. Hopefully she took some time to recover. Chelsea Grant and Amber Tate are going to be making their debut on the DEKA stage this weekend. Last year they raced a couple. Now they're starting to really focus in and zone in on their most important ones. So I will not be shocked if we see them towards the top of the leaderboard at the very end. I think these girls are fierce and they're ready to rumble.
I'm really excited to see what Tanya does in this race. Yeah. This is race, number 4 for her?
Yeah, Tanya, I'm not 100% sure where she's going to be seated. Yeah, she probably is seated maybe in the other 10.
Okay. It looks like she qualified with a different partner.
She did qualify with a different partner. Let's see, there she is. So Tanya and Noella will be on the race course again. We saw them take home the champion title for the Fit yesterday. I don't put it past them to keep rolling, to keep putting it on.
The way that we see Tanya work, the way that we see her communicate, and the way she kind of pays attention to her partner, I don't think that there's anybody she couldn't take home a crown with.
Yeah, and I will shout out this too. We have 7 teams from Underdog Fitness competing. 14 women from Underdog Fitness going to be competing in this wave. So it's going to be a lot of green and blue out there.
At what point of the monopoly percentage do you guys no longer count as the underdogs?
That's a good question. I don't know if the name will ever change, but I did want to point that out. That I obviously am trying not to be biased here, but I have several women that I coach that are going to be out there on the floor today. So if you see me like, go people, that's probably why.
And I kind of want to hear about it from your perspective too. Like, what went into their training? Was there anything that you guys were working together to overcome? Any injuries? Any compromised running that happens with them that they're already aware that's going to happen?
Injuries, sickness, all of that is very prone to happen at this point in the season. 1, it's 6th season, but 2.
Oh, girl, me and my voice do hear you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of athletes in general can feel this. The block that you put into this is probably the most intense block of the year, and that's not considering all the other volume you put in from maybe high rocks races you've been training for, other type of running races you've been training for. So there's definitely been some injuries that I think are currently hanging around in this field, and they're just kind of holding on by a thread and doing what they can. But really, I think from the coaching standpoint, the difference between coaching someone for a team versus an individual is now you have that, like, I don't want to let someone down.
Yeah. You almost feel like the weight of their world is on your shoulders, and their dreams too, because you are helping a lot of these people start to, if they're not taking the first steps towards their dream, they're taking the second, third. Maybe they're reaching that last little bit before they get to that goal.
Yeah. it's something beautiful about the teams is that you will lay your life on the line for someone truly special for you that you love. But there's also the I don't want to let them down, and I feel like I do. I know I feel that way with the race that I'll be doing here in the next 2 hours. It's like Kevin's like my big brother. He's my mentor, and we've been best friends now for a year. And you don't want to let that person down. But if you go out there and give everything that you can, and you guys truly are connected and communicated, there's not a way to let them down.
You know what I love about what you just said?
Yeah.
Is you basically summed up the entire United States military and why we love doing what we do, even though it kind of stinks a little bit. It's the people. It's the memories. It's the moments.
Yep.
It's failing together so that one day you can bust through that glass ceiling also together.
Yep.
Makes it better.
Absolutely. So it'll be cool to see what these ladies put together today. I know there's a lot of heart that's out there. So.
It's going to be left on the sleeves, on the floors, on the ergs, on the rowers.
Yep. Ooh, absolutely.
Definitely going to be left at the burpees.
I know, as we're sitting here watching some of our ruck athletes, big shout out to them. You got 40 pounds on your back. These are the men finishing up. There we go. There's someone I know crossing the finish line, and you're just so zoinked by this point.
This is amazing. I could not even or odd with this kind of weight on my back. Never. It is impressive.
Yep, 100%. If you've never tried a ruck, folks, try it once. I know these races are hard enough without one, but it is empowering.
No.
Oh, come on.
Okay. Just because you asked so nicely. I kind of want to go through the course later on tonight when everybody's gone. I don't want to have them watch me fall, but I do want to go through and see what it's like.
Yeah.
Maybe try and see how many reps I can get in each station. We're not going to time me because I don't want to be embarrassed.
Oh, there's no
but
way.
We'll see what's going to go on.
But again, we've talked about this all weekend. DEKA really is for everybody, and if it feels like it's unattainable, we find a way to make it for them.
That is true, and that's kind of one of the things we were talking about offline. And I really want to put my money where my mouth is. I don't want to tell you guys to come out here and join the fun if I'm not going to go and try it myself. So. Nobody tell my doctor, but we're going to try it out later on tonight. We'll get you the footage later.
Oh, you're so funny. All right. Again, not really sure who we're going to find in that first seed here. Let's see. We've got some comments coming through. Love you, Sonata. Let's go Swolders.
I love that.
I do love that. I haven't heard Swolders yet. That's a creative one. Go Jody and Cap, repping the UK.
Interestingly, I just jumped. I just used the word "Swolders" in a team name for something like last month.
Legit.
Were you talking about the best way of waking up?
No,
it was in your cup.
No, it was a thing that F3 is a. You know F3, obviously. It's a men's workout group that it's a free thing and everybody takes turns leading the workouts. It's really cool, but we had a thing called Miles and Merkins, where you do, it's just like, do as many miles and push-ups as you can throughout the month of November. And my team name was Big Swolders.
I love that.
That is
I
so
love
fun.
that.
So random that came up.
Going.
It's wild.
Yeah.
It's a party up here at the booth. We are getting close. Got roughly, we've got a freckle past a hair until we start. Yeah. Kayla, can you translate that into actual time for me?
I'm looking around and seeing, I don't see any of them doing rules just quite yet.
Yeah.
I don't either.
Probably like 5-ish minutes before call up.
Okay.
Before call up.
Or, they tend to do those rules and sometimes it takes longer than whatever. So.
Well, and the team's rules, especially in a race like this, I mean, the way I like to describe the mile is NASCAR racing, and your body is literally the bumper car.
I dig it.
So you're going to see a lot of elbows, hopefully none that are intentional. I got tackled a couple of times last year on the course.
I'm sorry, but I would maybe pay to see that just because I want to see. I want to see what happens afterwards because you seem so nice, but I think you could have a little aggressive fire in you.
I was honestly I was like, what just happened? Yeah. So I think right now there's a couple of things that some of the team's athletes are worried about. Typically when you're seated towards the top or you're doing the best in the race, they get judged a little bit harder than some of those athletes that come in after the top 3 to 5.
You kind of are looking like the top dog. They're looking to you to have the perfect form.
Exactly.
You put in all of the practice
There's money
to
on
be
the
up
line.
here in the first 3.
Yep.
You should have good form.
Yeah. So there's some people that get maybe a little bit harsher of judging than others. So I know there's that. We saw this with the dead balls in the elite races earlier. That ball is so big, both for the males and the females, that, during the team's race, you're hoping you can fly through this. Now it's like, okay, they're making sure that you're standing all the way up, that your knees are fully straight.
Nobody's getting a cheater half rep. Everybody's
by throwing the
starting to
ball.
stop the ball from the same spot, basically. So if you want to give it to your partner at the shoulder, it's going to stay at the shoulder. But we're not doing it there. It's very specific where the spot is. I'm just getting a little example.
Yeah.
So, do you want to tell us where the actual spot that they can?
When it's on the floor.
When it's on the floor.
Yeah, when it's on the floor, you can transition the dead ball.
Is that after it's been thrown over your shoulder?
Yes.
Okay.
That is correct. You can step out of the way and let your partner catch it on the floor.
You do have to complete the workout move first, and then the next rep can begin with your partner.
Exactly. And what they're going to really be looking for, again, is that ball clears the shoulder all the way and it doesn't take a half rep over towards the side of the shoulder. I was testing this out a little bit earlier. The harder part, what I came to find, because these balls are bigger, is when you do the step through method and you try and bring your foot around, you hit the ball.
Yeah.
So you have to almost now like sumo squat to get over it, depending on how tall or how long your legs are.
And I'm thinking about the physicality in my head about what you have to do to get that ball over your shoulder. And as women, we're kind of like a little bit differently angled in the shoulders. We don't have really, really straight shoulders that are broad, right? We have kind of rounded in, a little cuter, but that ball is naturally going to want to go over your shoulder just because of the angles.
Yep.
Are you doing anything to combat that? Do you lean in a different way?
I'm not going to be leaning in any specific way. I think that Dave was recommending that most people follow through with their elbow to make sure the ball actually makes a path over the shoulder. It does slow down the pace a good bit. So honestly, I'm not going to change anything. And if I start to hear, hey, we need you to get it more over your shoulder, I'm going to adapt at that point. I've tried it a couple of ways now. But I think that's one of the bigger things for these athletes to remember is like, there's going to be certain equipment that's not the same. It's not the same layout as an affiliate gym. You just have to be really good at being present in the step that you're at and adjusting and adapting.
At this point, I would really hope that you are expecting and hoping for something that's a little bit different, just so you can kind of get some energy about you, get a little bit of adrenaline.
Maybe.
A little quick course corrects here and there sometimes can be that extra motivator that really sets you apart from the people that have also trained and practiced just as much. But maybe they don't have that mind in the game like you have.
It takes time. This is now my third world championship, first year as an age group. Last year made my debut into the elite field. So now we're going after defending some titles. People ask me, how do you get your mindset the way that it is? Get it straight, keep it calm. You have to put in more reps.
I thought you were going to tell them that you stay away from me before your races.
Well, if that was the case, I wouldn't be here now.
That is very true. Kayla is joining us. We have one more race with her, and then we get to watch her race.
Yes.
I'm super excited. You just said you were defending some titles.
Yeah.
I did hear about that a little bit earlier in the weekend. Talk to us about that. You're defending titles here. That's a lot of pressure on your shoulders.
It can
More
be.
than the medicine ball.
It really can be. And I think you have to turn that pressure into conviction and also turn it into joy. Like, I can't control a lot of what's going to go on out there. I can't control the judging calls. I can't control what my other competitors are doing.
I feel like you've put in a good amount of work, too, to make it so that everything in your control to leave that decision out of the judges.
Yes.
Out of the officiants, out of the reps, callers. Yeah. That's not going to be in their decision power if you can. But a lot of that comes down to form.
Yep. Yeah, it does. And you put in a lot of reps on the back end, too, with the training to make sure that you don't have to question that you can go into flow. But really, so much of this is just mental. If you look at it as this is do or die, if I don't win, I've lost all, well, then I don't know how you're going to do. I know that doesn't work for me. I know that I absolutely love and adore my partner, and I'm just excited to share space with him.
Oh,
and I only get to do this 15 minutes every so often, so I'm going to make the most of those 15 minutes.
I'm glad you are, because you both are animals from what I've heard and seen, and...
Oops. Sorry, everyone. We both set our phones down and it was like, feedback.
Sorry about that, guys. We are getting it together. We're also having some of the live cameras come over on and jump onto the network, so we might have a little bit of a bandwidth delay as things are kind of processing through their data.
Yep. Did you get a chance to interview some people yet? Some other folks?
I have not. I was actually looking for some hot chocolate. As you guys can hear, my voice is starting to come out, and I've got a good chunk of time that I've got to hold down the fort without you. So.
Yep.
I'm actually going to be letting you do a good amount of the chatting, and I'm going to try and kind of keep
while we're waiting. Sorry to interrupt. While we're waiting on the ladies here, we've got Joe Rucco who just finished the ruck,
Heck
and so we're going to get a quick interview in.
Yeah. I know you. Look at how sweaty you are.
Oh, very sweaty. It's gross.
Can you show off your shirt really quick?
Please do.
Where do I
Stand
show?
up.
Okay.
All of it.
Yep. The camera's right here. You can see yourself. Yeah. So
There's that line.
and then
You
you
want
got
to see the sweat line.
Oh, yeah.
There it is.
But the guys, the back is the best. The back is the absolute best.
There it is.
So you're going to see two of these gals. You got Molly and Kelly that are going to be racing in the elite female mile teams. You're good.
'Kay.
I'm sure your legs are on fire.
Yeah,
right
they
now.
hurt.
Yeah, they hurt a lot, and I'd like to stop doing that. So, what happened?
Well, I
You
won.
walked around.
You
and
won.
found
I
out?
won.
Okay,
And I won the fit yesterday as well.
Crazy.
2 for 2.
So I'm going to try for the strong tomorrow. Hopefully. We'll see if that can work out. There's no running in that one, so I can't pull away as much. But
Can't. But you now have the momentum
I do. Yeah.
underneath you and
Yep.
the excitement.
Yep.
Very cool.
So it'll be fun.
And you are not only just racing this today, you have another one coming up, right?
I have 2 more.
He has 2 more. Why
Yeah.
don't you talk through those? Which
So I have co-ed elite teams with Kelly.
Yep.
And then I have male elite teams with AJ.
So we have 2 competitors sitting up here right now. You guys are going to be racing against
Yep.
each other
We
in
are.
just a short little
Yep.
time.
That's right.
Should we talk about the bucket?
Sure.
Do it.
Let's do it.
So AJ, you're not here with us. You're here with us in spirit, though. He's termed this this phrase, we'll call it,
Yep.
the bucket. There's some people that live permanently in the bucket,
Mhm.
and then there's other people that go in there for a short period of time and then come back out of the bucket.
Exactly.
I will be in the bucket for the co-ed race with
Yep.
Joe, and
Mhm.
Joe will be in the bucket for me
Yes.
because while we love each other, we're all trying to win.
Absolutely.
But then we come back out for other races and we cheer each other on. And it's just a very nice way
It is.
to sort of explain the dynamic between the
Absolutely.
we're on the same team, but we're also trying to fight for the same thing.
And there's different buckets too.
There
There's
are
like
different
permanent buckets and then like in the moment buckets, and so
Yeah.
it's a fun time.
It's a fun time. So
I am glad you guys explained that. I thought you had a rocket bucket, and
Oh, no.
anytime you're just like, rocket,
Yeah.
and you just throw it in there.
yeah. Well, it looks like we're having the female team starting to line up, but I
Awesome.
do want to hear one more thing from you.
What's up?
I know that team race with AJ yesterday
Yep.
was you guys put it all out there
We
and
did.
you get a chance to do it again. How are you feeling going into that?
Yeah, I mean, I think yesterday it sucked yesterday. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie, like that hurt a lot, and that was a repeat of DEKA Fit Northeast for us too, where they beat us in the burpees by a couple of seconds.
Yep.
And I mean, it wasn't on the stream, but like I was there and AJ was finishing the burpees, and I looked over and I saw them start running, and I was just like, I
Ready.
yelled, and he came across the finish line. I just threw the freaking baton on the ground, and I needed to get out of there because
Yeah.
it was. I mean, for me, it was heartbreaking. It felt like in the moment, like I hadn't done enough for AJ, and he felt the same way
There
for
it
me.
is.
I
And
love it.
and so we both took our time. We had a good cry, and got back. But we're here to compete, and that happened yesterday. It's behind us, so we're trying to go out there and send it again today and see what
Absolutely.
happens.
From one race to the next, you have to kind of put it in the suitcase
Yep.
and say, all right, on to a new bag.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, take your time, feel the emotions you need to, and then it's done. You don't
Yeah.
need to dwell on it anymore.
Well,
I
I have
will-
one more question
yes.
for you. 5 words or less, what does DEKA Fit mean to you?
Oh goodness. I think
5 words or less.
I'm gonna say I'll do it in one, and I'll
Okay.
say intensity.
Yes.
Love that. Love that.
Because I think that like more than anything else, this is just you're redlining from the start, no matter what the race is, and just hanging on. And that's what I did for both of my ruck races. It was go out hot and just hang on towards the end. And
Attaboy.
I had nothing left in the burpees, and it was just get through them and go.
Yeah.
You're killing it.
Thank
Something
you.
you're doing is working.
Appreciate it.
Well, I'll be excited to see you out there in a
Thank you
couple
very
short
much.
hours.
Appreciate it.
Good luck.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you for coming. I'm not sure if we're supposed to say good luck, but like not too much luck because I got you right next to
I
me.
will always say good luck. He's another underdog teammate,
That's
so
fair.
the love is real.
Oh, it is definitely real. I'm still saying if you guys got a monopoly on the runners, I might have to start calling you guys the overdogs.
Here we go. And we're off with the
Hmm.
first heat. So these are going to be your seeds. I'm not sure if they're doing maybe 11 through 20 here, but we'll find out as we go. We see Tanya, who's been a front runner with her partner Noella in this heat. Looks like Noella's off to the front here. Tanya's soon to follow. Starting to see those blue and green underdog sports bras, some of those girls in this heat. Oh, and the music is so girly out there right now. I love it.
I think we could also do with a little bit of Pink Pony Club.
Oh, yeah.
I think it would be a good
That'd be
high
a good
rep,
one.
high RPM song.
All right. So girls spread out all across the field. Tanya and her partner were in first, so I anticipate as long as they keep their reps clean, they'll probably be out first. I believe that's Jenna and Taylor again. We saw them in the Fit Elite Female yesterday.
We talked about
Repping
it
it
a
out.
little bit earlier. Can we just quickly recap for our new viewers and listeners? What are the weight differences between the last race and this race and the upcoming?
The weight differences are not.
There's no weight
anything.
differences
No, only
between the men and
male.
the women?
Men and the women, yes, but it's the we'll be able to see that more on the co-ed. So we can talk about those more on the co-ed piece. But for the women right now, they just did that with a 33-pound ram. So
And they were going that fast?
Yeah.
That is impressive.
Yep.
That is impressive.
So you have Tanya out first. I think that's my girl Elena that's out on the run right now. Yep. There's Molly. So you have Molly and Elena for Underdog Fitness. They're in the red the red sports bras.
Tanya's
Bunch of
teammate
other
is
underdog
already-
teams right next to them.
I want to say she's already 4 or 5 good pulls in.
Yep.
So that second team gets in there.
For the female elite, I'd say paces here. You're going to see some women hit into that 140 line for sure. You might see some hanging out in the 150s, but I don't know that that'll be fast enough to take on the first heat or the faster of the heats. You're going to see a lot of them in the mid 140s, probably low 140s. Got a lot of hands up for 100 meters already in.
Oh, yeah. They're running it as quick as they can.
Yeah.
They know we're, like I said earlier, we have about 10 minutes less in this race time than they would have had in the other elite run yesterday. So you have less time to make those moves, make those passes. You have to put in the work early.
Yep.
Plan it out. Be strategic. Work to your partner's strengths.
Yep.
And really just go for it once you decide to make it.
You've got some partner switch-offs already happening. You just saw Jenna and Taylor switch, and then we have Olivia and Kira switching as well. Molly and Elena in our, the front right corner there just switched. Looks like most folks are getting to that 300-meter mark, so in a minute or less we will see some ladies pop off. And the ergs in the race, especially for women, are incredibly important because you can definitely start to set some distance, especially if you have a female team that's not as strong on the ergs.
I think I'm just getting a weird angle. It looked like Tanya had one of her legs up for a second. I think it's actually the athlete that's sitting right behind her. But I was like, oh my gosh, is your knee hurt? Like, why aren't you coming all the way to a full extension?
No,
I think it was just my view, but yeah.
I think it's her arm, like Kira's arm. All right, and they're out.
No. It was in the black shorts.
All right, so Noella's up there in first. You got Molly running.
We've got an all-out sprint with a pass on the corner. There's my grandstand girl. Oof, I love it. Give it to the audience.
Not a ton of separation yet on these first few stations.
No, I think it's going to be a little bit deeper into the zones where we start to see that separation really, really stretch out.
Yep.
We're going to see who's put in the work, who had a little too much fun last night.
Yep. All right, they are officially into the box step overs. Tanya's working on those for her team. Olivia and Kira working swiftly through the box right now. Kelly Sullivan waiting for her partner Molly to tag her off. So far, everyone's looking smooth on these. This is going to be interesting. You know, I think that there are some teams in this wave, Tanya and Noella being one of them. I think they're going to shake up the podium. Just seeing how fast they already are. And it's tough because we do have some of the lower heat times here that they could just be faster because they are in the other heat. But I do think, look at how far ahead she already is putting a gap on these other teams. I do think that they're going to have a time for the next heat to try and beat.
I'm excited. This is going to be a nail-biter for both heats.
Yeah.
Just a reminder, we are looking at a record of 15:42.
Yes. And that was set on an Australian course, 16:01. It has been really hard for anyone to come close to that. I know that we don't have Tara Jackson here this year, but her and Tara Jackson, Marissa Pope.
Tanya looks like a robot out there. This looks like she was born to do these exercises. This is really impressive. I'm genuinely speechless, holding bananas.
I have to call this out. So that's my race partner for tomorrow, Olivia, there on the floor. She has the biggest smile on her face, and that's exactly, as a coach, what you want to see.
Yeah, she's having fun.
She's having a great time. And that's what this is truly all about.
Absolutely.
All right, Noella is out. They're creating some dominance already in the first 6 minutes of this race.
It really is showing who has spent the time, practiced the transitions, communicated with your partner about things that aren't race related. We want to see how you work together, how the energy goes. Even if you can work through adversity together. I mean, some people kind of freak out under stress. Some people get really, really talkative. Some of us get really quiet. You never know, and you don't want to stress your partner out.
No. Oh, such a commanding lead that they have so far. Already into the ski. Getting a good couple of pumps in. You have Taylor and Jenna that looks like they are in second at this point for this heat.
You know, if their jerseys didn't look similar, I would think that they were on the same team.
Yeah, right? Tanya is wearing some stuff around her arms. I'm wondering if that's like compression, if that's to kind of help keeping her blood flow. She's done a lot of output.
She does. I've seen a good amount of KT tape on her too, so it's good to know that she's pretty self-aware of her body.
Taking care of herself.
Oh, yeah. And that just keeps her performing at a higher level for longer.
Oh. We got Lee and her partner. That is actually another underdog team, but they want to represent where they're from, which I think is so exciting, coming across from UK.
Absolutely.
Lots of UK presence, which we are so excited again just to see the different international folks being represented.
I mean, there might be a language barrier, but fitness is for everyone, no matter what language you speak, no matter what music you listen to when you're jamming in the gym.
I always love to see the batons where people are storing them. You got Taylor that's storing them in the back of her shorts. I'm a little nervous about that.
I mean,
like something sliding out or poking me in the bum.
I would be so upset if it slid out of my pants or my shorts and I wasn't able to find it.
Oh, look at this. Okay, so we have the next heat out on course. So it looks like they're going to be releasing the teams as they get through most of the ski. So this is exciting. That was Amber Tate in the first heat.
That is super exciting.
Off to a really good run. Oh, wow. They're already on the row.
And what I love is it's going to put a little bit of a fire under the butt of the other competitors in Heat 1. And Heat 2 is going to be chasing them down and wanting to lap them. You want that pride. You want that glory.
Wow. This is going to be crazy to watch. We have so many people out on course. You're not going to know who is in your heat.
I really am not. I'm so sorry, everybody. All I know is her form right here is looking almost
that's Chelsea Grant. She's a coach herself, so she knows how it's done.
Yes. She's got her athletes back home watching on, probably looking for any of those mistakes that she calls them on.
Absolutely.
But she's brought perfect form out here today. There's nothing I can say about it.
Absolutely. Curious again to know what damper setting people are choosing for this race when it comes to the row and the ski. The way that these girls are pulling, it looks like they have pretty high damper setting.
I was going to say a couple of them look like maybe 3 because you can see the extra floppy give at the end, but maybe some of them are 6 to 6.
You know, it also comes down to just the row form. If they're not tight through the lats and the rear delts, they're keeping the line straight. It really makes it tough to know, but all right, we got some hands in the air.
We see 3 fingers here, 3 in the back. You see any more than 3?
I don't see anything more than 3. I think if we were, it would be on the opposite side where Chelsea Grant and Amber Tate are at.
I'm looking around like I can look over people's heads. How silly am I?
I'm not sure which team is Elizabeth Hinkle and Allie Zartman, but they're ones to look out for in this heat.
I see sprinting going on.
Looks like the other team is hitting the farmer's carry.
She is a rocket. Oh, my goodness. I think she just cleared a quarter of the course in maybe under 5 seconds. It was the fastest I have seen legs go all day long. I don't actually know if I could see the individual legs moving.
Oh, this is so good. Wow. There's so much running happening on this course. Hopefully you guys at home are enjoying trying to figure out who's who and where's what.
We're enjoying 2025 DEKA World Championship Bingo with you.
Yes. Okay, let's see where we're getting taken next. Okay. So that is your first heat. I'm sorry, your second heat, your faster heat. going into the box step overs now. Doesn't look like there's a ton of separation just quite yet in that field.
I don't think there is, and I'm almost kind of wondering if we might see a little bit of crossover action from the heats.
You know, if another heat from the second heat goes and catches the first, I would be shocked. That would be your winner for sure.
I mean, we're looking at a good 5-minute difference between the top seeds and the bottom seeds time, so we potentially really could see a lot.
Yeah. All right, these girls are hacking on this bike right now. Noella and Tanya right there. Jenna and Taylor making a switch.
A quick transition right off the back of the bike. That was very smart.
Shout out to Molly and Elena over there on the right side in the
Look
red.
at her.
Look at that power. Wow.
Those are my girls. Has ever been
you can
tired.
tell we work on the bike.
I can see that. I don't think she's ever been tired in her life.
Wow. Get it, girls. Get it. This is amazing.
Yeah. In her multiple finish event today, she's had, this is what, 3 today?
I think this is only 2.
2?
Yep, 2. This is her second one.
She'll
have
a third one
later.
After 2 yesterday, 2 today.
She'll have another one. She's doing co-ed. I know. Crazy.
Tanya, my legs hurt for you, bro.
My lungs hurt for you.
Oh, yes.
My goodness.
Abs as well.
Yep, you got the girls from the second heat into the med ball sit-ups. It looks like Amber Tate and Chelsea Grant are out.
Thick as thieves, quick as quicksand. I don't know what else I can compare them to. They are so fast. There's a little bit of movement, and they just kind of latch right into it. Get into the energy, get into the movement.
Okay, this is the dead ball station that we were talking about. So Tanya had a chance to figure it out in the first one, and she's starting to find a flow.
I think she's flicking that ball so effortlessly.
Yeah.
It looks like a tennis ball going over her shoulder.
Yep. Okay, and so you'll see there is the transition right there as they throw it back and their partner immediately just steps in to the next one. Oh, split screens. Heck yeah.
Let's go.
See a little bit of everything that's going on.
And we're getting a little bit of the rep too. So she's getting a little bit of a reprimand.
Yep.
She was telling her, I think, higher, which is what we were talking about with you.
Yep, I'm glad to see that the judges are trying to keep it fair across the board here.
Absolutely.
As much as you can. I know some things are going to slip through the cracks.
And this is one of those things where knowing your partner's skills really comes in handy. Yeah, Tanya might know that when Noelle is starting to get to the end of her gas tank, she might have a little bit of an issue. She is smaller.
Yep.
It might be harder for her to get that ball all the way up and over the shoulder without going into the inside of the shoulder.
Yeah.
So she might have stepped in, did the thing, got it done quick, and they are back in it.
Yep. Looks like heat number 2 is on the ski erg now. I think we've got majority of the top field in there.
Oh,
so, again, not a ton of separation there. We're not sure exactly who maybe came into that zone first. I know Chelsea Grant and Amber Tate were leading at the first part of the race.
Selfishly, I'm hoping for another Kodak finish.
Yeah.
Every time I want a picture finish.
Yep.
I want everybody to guess. I want Dave to come over here. I want him to get replay on the video that we don't have because we're focused solely on the live stream, right?
Yep. All right, Tanya is already on the tank. And if she is able to do what she did in the individual race on the tank, I'm very curious to see what she can do in the teams. Because you ideally want to see these ladies moving faster because they should be switching off. Ideally, that doesn't always happen. Tanya, I think, is doing 2 in a row.
And she used a bit of a technique here. She used a little bit of the pull in the back method to keep it going, and then she just kept walking backwards as the momentum started that way. She's not really continuing pull, because that's a lot of wasted energy.
Yep.
Get those wheels going and keep them going.
Yep.
It's easier to keep a little wheel going than it is to start and stop it.
Exactly.
She is also getting, this is kind of one of the things I was seeing earlier, she was getting up and underneath those bars too and really getting in a good forward motion with the shoulders, straps, hamstrings, everything all in line and pushing through, and I think that might actually help.
Yeah, I think Jenna Littman was actually just doing that. Olivia actually had the straight arms, which when I've done it, I've felt like it was easier to drive. It's almost like driving a car. It felt easier to drive, but you got to just figure out what works for you and your body type. I think we saw Amber Tate and Chelsea Grant starting the farmer's carry there just a moment ago. So again, they look to be a leading team in that first heat or in that second heat.
I love hearing the grants going on too. That means they're putting all of their physical exertion in, and we're getting a lot of it on too.
Yep.
Do you make any grunts when you start getting to physical
I'm not
session?
I can't say I'm a grunter. I'm a hard breather, and that's about it.
That's fair. I
Yep.
sound a little bit like Donnie Thornberry anytime I'm physically struggling with anything.
Yep.
I don't know why that's the gibberish that comes out, but that is what it is.
That is what it is. These girls still working through the tank. I'm not sure if Tanya and Noella are out yet, but there's Molly and Elena over there next to Olivia, who's yanking that tank around. Okay. I think we're hearing some feedback that Amber Tate is out of the Farmers, so they must be leading that first, or that faster heat there. There goes Amber Tate. Awesome.
We've got a couple of the National Guard soldiers here. I was just letting them know that I was former Air Force, current Air Force, and thanking him for his service. And thank you guys for coming out and showing out. It's impressive to see them come out. They only are doing, so National Guard, they do their reserve weekends, their guard weekends, right? They don't have to work out every single day. So it's cool to see them come out and really put that in on their own integrity as a soldier. Come out.
All right, so we have some ladies from your very first heat in the burpee zone right now. So Tanya and Noella fighting for that first position in the first heat, and then Jenna and Taylor fighting for second position. And again, this here doesn't mean that these are going to be your winners. We still got to see what happens from the third heat or from the second heat.
And we did see a couple.
Oh, you see the big head?
I love
that is Chelsea
this.
Grant's big head.
So big heads.
Right, that's Olivia Zamora and Kira off to the left of Taylor and Jenna. Cranking through those burpees. You got a lot more of the other teams in there with you now.
I feel like Tanya almost has a disadvantage with these burpees because she is so tall.
It does take a while for that to travel up there.
It's going to be a nail biter.
Yep. All right, let's see who can move quickly. All right. Wow.
What?
Wow.
That was unexpected.
So from your first heat, you had Taylor and Jenna from Underdog Fitness crossing the finish line first. Tanya and Noella crossing second. Let's see who we can get in that third position. I know Olivia and Kira were right there. So let's see who comes in next.
We told you guys at the very beginning this was going to be close. It was going to be
all right.
back.
There's your third place team there. I'm not sure who those women are, so if anyone knows.
That's Megan, one of our rabbits.
What?
Megan.
Woohoo!
That
all
is
right.
why we didn't
She
have
said
her
they
on
were
the camera.
15th seed.
Shut up.
That's awesome.
Where's your team manager? She's the underdog today.
Yes.
We got to get her in with you
get her
guys.
on there.
That was impressive if they were the 15th
Yeah.
seed.
All right, Olivia and Kira crossing through in fourth. Lee and her partner crossing through in fifth. Again, these are not official standings. We're just trying to call out and celebrate some of the athletes already across the finish line.
We don't have any penalties over here that we
Not that
can
we know
see,
of.
so we're hoping that these are where the standings stay. But
Yep.
you never know. Judges might have seen something that we can't see from a rabbit's eye view
Yep.
or our host eye view.
All right, let's try and catch up with the second heat here and see what's going down there.
But we just hit a tag.
That was Lauren Griffith running into Kevin, her partner from yesterday. All right, there's Amber flying with some speed down the way.
Girl, she ate her Wheaties for breakfast.
Yes,
she has
she
got
did.
some wind under her feet.
Yes, she is flying. I wonder what zone she is on her way to. It's hard to tell. Okay, it looks like the dead balls. Okay, so there's Amber. I wonder if she's going into the tank next.
It looks like she's kind of chasing them down as well.
All right, Amber's going into the tank question mark. Is that, let's see, can't see. Okay, yep, that's where they're at. So that's Chelsea Grant. I'm assuming that's your first place from this heat. Yep, looks as such. Oh my gosh.
I was gonna say I don't
I
see
know
anybody
that
else out
face.
on that.
My gosh, I know that face.
What does that face mean? Tell us.
It means that like you're wishing that you were pulling a tank on a level 1 instead of a level 7. And the tanks are only gonna get heavier for Chelsea later. Chelsea's on the ground now. I hope she's okay. Hopefully she's just in a recovery position.
My fingers are both crossed for her.
Yes. We've had way too many athletes getting sick. I know that the travel, the humidity, it's hot, guys.
Hydrate.
Yep, hydrate, clink. All right, some other teams starting to tag off in the tank zone, but it looks like they have a really demanding lead thus far. And I'm sure this has to be nerve-wracking for them because while they are leading their heat, they have no idea the times from the other teams, and we don't even know where they stand timing-wise.
That is correct. We are all very nervous to see the top 10 after this.
So this is going to be a surprise to us all.
They're putting in some works in those tanks, though.
Oh, my gosh, they're making these tanks look heavy.
Got Francesca giving us the sign-off salute. Huge shout out while we were watching this go down for all of our volunteers, all of the safety. Everybody's helping with medical, with food, with hydration. Thank you guys so much. We cannot make this weekend happen without you.
Yep. Sam Dawes there with her partner, Katie Brown, moving that tank well. Probably one of the best out of all the women at this point. She looks like she's still got a little bit left in her.
I think she has at least 2 more laps left in her. She looks very, very strong still.
Katie Brown's looking good on the tank too, so that you might see a move made here. I'm not sure where they're at in this heat. Chelsea Grant is back on the tank. I think this is their last lap.
I'm hoping for a move. You know how much I love it. She was getting a good hip thrust into that too. Really full body, everything you got, especially at this late stage. I mean, it's the Farco past Sahara, and by that I mean it's almost 2 o'clock. It's getting late in the day. They don't have anything else to wait for. Put it out on the floor. Everything.
All right, so they are off in a pretty commanding lead. No one's chasing after them yet. So we'll have to see how their time stacks up against the rest here. Chelsea's running on those tank legs. She's looking good.
I was going to say, I think we had a conga line jumper over there.
Yeah.
Let's see.
All right, they should be entering in. This is it, ladies, the last little bit.
You can do it.
Now, while they know that they have this solidified for this heat, again, they don't know. Now, this is interesting. They are putting up the world champ banner. So, I don't know if that's indicative of anything, if these are going to be for sure the times that are the top of the day, or if just because they are assuming that this is the faster heat that the champ might come out of this heat.
Depending on those timing chips, they might be able to see some of the earlier heat results and be able to kind of pace off of that and see if they are even close.
Yep.
So if they're close, they might pull out that banner.
Chelsea's working through those. It's looking hard. Robin's getting people out of the way.
Get out of the way. This is their line, not yours.
Yep.
I got the drum roll going. This is going to be a nail biter at the end.
Yep. They're still, Amber's going to finish off those burpees, so they're close to being done here.
Media just came this way, so it means it's close.
It's going to be close.
Sprint, 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 sprint.
Not sure where any of the other teams are at in their counts, but there's Amber and
there
Chelsea.
There it is! Look at our 2025 Women Elite Team Mile.
Yes.
Winners.
Yes.
World champions.
We don't know yet. We don't know yet. Again, I have no idea.
Champs in my heart right now. We will find out officially in just a few moments if you are world champs at the world title.
Yes.
But in my heart, you are.
Second of this heat just passed through. Not sure who these women are just quite yet. Looks like third just came in.
I think they were FaceTiming, celebrating already with somebody back home.
Yeah.
Love.
Yeah. And they might know. They might know something we don't know. As far as yes, your guys' time. I'm sure that their friends and family were timing them and tried to look at chip times from the first heat.
I almost wonder if we have it up on these screens.
If they could be up on the screens. We should hopefully get them here soon. There's Caitlin, Troy, and Chrissy. Chrissy was in the Elite Mile just a couple hours ago. These last few teams.
Oh yeah.
Finishing up here.
Absolutely. Heart on the sleeve, full grit, all effort.
Yep, lots of sweat. Just waiting anxiously for these teams to finish up and for us to get an idea of what what the actual shakedown is.
I need a spoon and a fork so I can bang on this table. We want times. Give us our times.
I agree.
I do like seeing that they are still putting the work down there, getting it together,
Yeah.
finish out strong.
There's a lot of people, I think, that start off going 10 and 10 for the burpees.
Absolutely.
I don't always recommend that split. 10 burpees is still a good chunk of work.
It is.
So knocking those numbers down a little bit definitely can help to keep the explosivity and the power. Nice burpees coming from these last stations.
Absolutely.
Beautiful reps. Wow.
I don't know. I think she belongs in that faster heat.
She does.
Still
and
so
there they
strong.
go. Definitely a risk running from the back there, but
Absolutely.
that also could have been the mat that was available at the time that they got into the zone.
Absolutely. Big shout out to Yancey for
I
coming up with this idea.
I know.
Spartan inside of a gym and convention centers,
Mm-hmm.
and now we get to put everybody together on a competitive level.
Yep.
And see what you can do when the terrain's really not an option.
Yep.
It is all functionality. It's all the blood, sweat, and tears that you put into it. What you give is what you're going to get.
Yep. Way to go, ladies. Not sure if this is our final team.
I do believe so. Absolutely no quit left in anybody here. This is crazy. I'm leaving here inspired to start working out more.
She's like, setting it down. I'm coming.
Absolutely.
Amazing.
I think I'm going to sneak over there and see if we got some times I can steal.
I think he's working on it. If not, he's working on some replays for us.
Ooh, even better. We can get a little bit of both coming to you as soon as we can. That was a great race.
Yes. Another great race. It's a race where we don't know the results. But it was fun to have two heats out there. Tough, again, to see exactly what was going on. I know that little less attention on certain athletes that maybe we had our eye on just because they were in that second heat. But either way,
in
exciting.
motorsport, we call it a mixed class race.
Yep.
It's anybody who's got like a tiny horsepower car and then a big old Ford racer, right?
Uh-huh.
It really, really, really plays on your mind when you've got some of these faster guys coming around the corner, maybe doing some of the exercises faster, and you think that you're at the top of your game and you see them busting through them. It's kind of a little bit of a dig to your confidence, sometimes a little dig to the energy.
Yeah.
So it is really, really interesting to see some of these mixed class races.
Yes.
And what they do. And I think it really, I don't think it actually took anybody down. I think it actually brought everybody up.
Yeah.
Made everybody perform at a higher level.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't see any real mistakes. We saw a couple weights that could have been put down a little bit more nicer, but they weren't thrown.
No, I didn't see a ton of that in this. So I think slowly but surely we are getting better. I think, no offense, the men are some of the culprits of that.
I mean, it's all the testosterone going through that little tiny canal way of
We've had
running.
some spicy race. I mean, the elite male race was spicy all the way through.
Are you talking about the lack of deodorant? I'm just kidding. I
hope they put on a deodorant.
I haven't had anybody smelly over here, and they've all been pretty much soaked through in sweat. So it's actually very impressive. I mean,
lots of sodium being dripped today.
Mm-hmm. I mean, speaking of sodium, you have a race coming up.
Yep.
We're all gonna hydrate together.
Yep.
If you have a salt pack, if you have your gummies, if you're eating some gummy worms, whatever, maybe get you ready for that next activity.
Give your bun a good little.
Give your bun a good tug. I love that. I think we might have a couple rubber bands up here. I'm going to put a cough drop in. I think you guys would all appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like apple or strawberry?
It doesn't matter.
Here's a little strawberries.
All right, folks. Any comments out there? Any people you want to cheer on? Any questions that you might have for us? I'm not sure if we'll be able to get any athletes for Kara to interview.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Only if you guys ask really nicely and let us know in the comments who you want me to interview and ask about their race next.
Oh.
Let us know who you want.
Yeah.
Is there anybody you've seen on the feeds that you're like, I need to know his technique. I need to know this. Or do you just want to know where they got their shorts from? I'm here to ask all of the questions.
All the questions.
Heck yeah. We're going to ruck around and find out.
Yep. So I'm curious if if any of the girls on the floor know the results, but let's watch some replays here. Wow. Look at Noella off the start line. Crazy. That girl's got some wheels.
The body awareness and the situational awareness that these ladies have to have
Yep.
to keep things going, consistent, concise, and make sure that they're not getting in anybody's way, because that's kind of interfering.
Yeah.
They also don't want to get in their own partner's way, because you're not going to get an interference call, but you're going to lose time, and you don't want that.
Absolutely.
Mm.
Tanya looking strong through the med ball sit-ups.
I want to see Tanya at every single race ever. I think she would just
at
crush
this
it.
point, she's racing everything. You're going to see her so much more this weekend. We still
Heck
got a whole day of racing tomorrow and some left today. All right, and there was the cross by a second. Crazy. We don't know what time they crossed in relation.
Because everybody starts a little bit one behind the other, right? They're not going to count the back team on their time until they cross the starting line.
Yes, it will be based off of the time their chip crosses the line.
So we still may potentially see Tanya in that top spot, depending on where those teams started in the pack.
All right, there it is. Wow. So it was your first heat, or I'm sorry, your first heat that did have a fast time. So Littman and Phoebus, that's Taylor and Jenna in that third spot. Allie Zartman and Elizabeth Hinkle in your second spot, and Chelsea Grant and Amber Tate taking home your world champ title by a whopping, 15 seconds.
17:41. Ladies, you both are animals.
Absolutely. And their seat time was 16 something. Their seat time was in the 16s, like 16, 20. So it just goes to show that this course really does add on some time.
Absolutely. And like we were talking about before, some of those qualifying times were in other countries, so we don't know if they were at higher altitudes, different courses, different layouts. Maybe they had more hairpin turns.
Yeah. Some shout-outs again to Tanya and her partner in the fourth position. You have Sydney Reeve, who won the the ruck mile this morning. Lauren Griffith, who was in the race last night, and Lauren Hedges. But yeah, that's your top 10.
Pardon, please explain. The second wave was the
faster
top seeds?
Yep.
Which was funny because I thought Tanya would have been in the faster seeds.
Her and her partner that she qualified with was not Noella. It was with a different partner. So that time is the one that went. Okay. So they did that. So once the first team crossed the start, or once the last team crossed the finish line, they would know exactly where everyone stood versus waiting for the second heat to come through and none of us really knowing.
I was trying to make it make sense in my head, and that helps. Thank you.
Yep. So you'll see that replicated. I know for sure in the co-ed. I'm not sure about the male mile, if they're going to split that or how many teams they have there. So
I'm excited to see it all go down.
Yep.
I'm excited to see you start racing.
I know. I have to start getting saddled up, getting mentally in the zone.
Absolutely.
But I will be back for the elite male mile race and hopefully still standing.
My fingers are crossed for you and your Lamborghinis.
Did they just podium?
No. They're just up there taking a picture. But they are fun gals.
Just making sure if we had somebody over here we could interview. But because of the layout today, most of the athletes are by the finish line. They eventually come over here, but not right away.
Yep.
Have you had anybody comment and let us know who they want us to interview?
Well, it's just hard. Whoever we get to interview, it's hard to get them over here this quick.
No, on the
before
YouTube.
It's time for the show to end.
Oh, I'll go hunt them down. I'm saying look in the YouTube comments, see if we've got any good suggestions.
Well, never mind. Yeah, I'm good.
They might be making their way over, but do you want us to close it out or see if we can find someone? All right. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in for the Elite Female. We will see you guys soon for the co-ed.
Absolutely. My name is Kara.
And I'm Kayla.
Tell her good luck. We'll see you guys later.
Bye, guys.